Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Hey, wonderful day again. Tuesday, what's it? The 13th of May. Time is flying. Already the 13th of May. My Lord, the time is moving on quickly. Listen, you guys, welcome to our daily sports update show. My name is Vic, and I'm going to run you through everything that needs to be known for what has happened in the last 24 hours. Wow. Big day of sports. And it is Table Tuesday, as we do know, and that means we're going through all the tables on Tuesday. Long show this morning. This could be a record breaker. But first of all, let's get into the chat. Let's have what's happening there. My question was, if Europe was to have one city to be its capital, which of these would you choose? Yes, I only have 4 possibilities. So Istanbul, don't shout at me. Zurich, don't shout at me. Lisbon, all those other great cities. I just chose the 4 big ones that in the middle of Europe, which were London, Paris, Rome, and Berlin. Sounds like a song, huh? But it is London with 38% ahead of Rome, surprisingly, with 27%. Then comes Paris, and Berlin only gets 15%. So don't worry about it. It's just just a gimmick early in the morning. Thanks for those guys. I think that's our record votes in a poll in the morning, 51. So thanks to everybody out there. But hey, listen here, got to get started because there's a hell of a lot to get through this morning. Before we get through anything, remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and if you like, join us as a member. The member club is starting to grow nice and slow. The revolution is moving forward. Let's have a look at what we're going to talk about. Obviously, all the football standings, NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball, sumo, golf, ice hockey, world championships, a lot of information about what's coming on the channel and stuff like that. Don't worry. I'll start straight off with the golf there, get that out the way. This week, on Thursday, the second major of the year starts. That's the PGA Championships. Can Rory McIlroy make it 2 out of 2 this year after winning the Masters? That's the big question. That is the big question. But we are going to start this morning where we normally don't start, but we're going to start with the North American sports because there was a lot going on there yesterday. First of all, we got to go into the NBA. That the top game has still got 2 minutes and 33 seconds to run, but I believe that one is over. The Timberwolves are going to win it. At the moment, it's 114-98. Anthony Edwards having a big game there with 30 points. Still no Stephen Curry. The Celtics are in deep shit. Janet, I saw you in the chat before. Your Celtics are in what we would say, cuck. They are definitely having a problem. Jason Tatum, 42 points and an injury in the last seconds of the game. Jalen Brunson with 39 points. So yeah, it looks good for the Knicks. They're leading that series 1-0. Let's get quickly to Jason Tatum. He injured himself in the dying seconds of the game. So we do wish here from our channel all the best and get well soon, Jason Tatum. But let's quickly have a look at the standings in the NBA. And there you can see the Nuggets and the Thunder are tied 2-2 in their series. I have projected, that sounds like CNN on vote night there in the USA. We project a win for the Timberwolves against the Warriors. Ooh. I sound like old Jake Tapper there, projecting a win. So the Timberwolves should be leading that series 3-1. The Pacers are up 3-1 against the Cavaliers. And the Knicks are 3-1 up against the Celtics. There's a lot of surprises this year in the NBA. There's a lot of surprises in the NBA. I'm enjoying that, I predict. There you go. Then let's move on to the NHL. And what a shit show it is for my Golden Knights. They lose again to the Oilers 3-0, so they are down in that series. The Hurricanes beat the Capitals. That is a big upset as well. So, yeah, 5-2. So this is the standings at the moment in the NHL. The Stars are up 2-1 against the Jets. The Oilers are 3-1 up against the Golden Knights. The Panthers and the Maple Leafs are tied 2-2. And the Hurricanes are 3-1 up against the Capitals. Let me just go to the chat. Good morning, Isa. Good morning, Lawrence. Who else is in there? Rose Garden. Yeah, good morning. I can't go through all of you anymore. You know we love you, and everybody out there, have a great day. Then a little bit of news. This man, Derek Carr, not a lot of people know who he is, but if you're an NFL savant like me, Derek Carr, he has decided to retire. He was the quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. Had a great career. Never made it to a Super Bowl or anything, but very solid quarterback. So enjoy the rest of your life, Derek Carr. We hope to see you as a pundit or a commentator somewhere down the line. Then we have a little bit of Major League Baseball this morning. And yeah, the Angels, there you go. The Angels beat the Padres 9-5. The Yankees thrashed the Mariners 11-5. The Brewers had too many brewskis and they couldn't score, so they lost 0-5 against Cleveland Guardians. The Chicago, they wish they were the Chicago Red Sox. It's the Boston Red Sox. They lost 2-14 to the Detroit Tigers. So not a good one for the Red Sox there. St. Louis Cardinals beat the Phillies out of Philadelphia 3-2, and the Pittsburgh Pirates lost 3-4 to the Mets. That's only the first part of the Major League Baseball. As you know, there's always a shitload of games. And I don't know why my stuff is in the middle of the screen. Yeah, it's because I was probably projecting things. There you go. The Nationals lose to the Braves 3-4. The Florida Marlins couldn't beat the Cubs, so they lost 5-2. The Rockies lost again 1-2 to the Texas Rangers. The Kansas City Royals beat the Houston Astros 7-5, and the Arizona Diamondbacks knocked off the San Francisco Giants 2-4. So yeah. So let's have a look at that. In the National League, the Dodgers are the team on top, together with the Mets. Both won 27 games. And as I always say, the Rockies can't win. Well, look at the bottom of the table. They've won 7 and lost 34. I mean, Pittsburgh, what are you doing at the bottom there? The Nationals, the Reds, come on, pick up your game. Then we move to the American League. Just going to check the chat one more time because I see it has been moving. There you go. Well done. Then in the American League, Detroit on top. Ahead of the Yankees, the Guardians, and the Kansas City Royals. The Chicago White Sox are at the bottom of the table, and they need to do a few things. Then before we move on to anything else, just want to quickly give you a quick update. Don't forget, our first game of the weekend in the rugby is going to be on Friday morning at 9:05. That's going to be the Hurricanes against the Highlanders. Most important thing, your team starts with an H. So those are the two teams that are going to start our rugby weekend off on Friday morning. But we've got a shout out to these boys, Joseph Suwali and Neo Lalesio. So let me start off with Mr. Suwali. That's the man in blue. It's come out, he has just had a very bad concussion. They don't know exactly when he's going to get back, but it's a concussion. That could take a few weeks. Then Neo Lalesio, that we thought was a really serious injury. Lucky man. It is not as serious as it looks. There's no spinal damage. There's no nothing. It's just a bad, concertina. They pushed him together. He was 190 and they made him 160 and then he went back to 190. He should be back in the future. They're not putting a timeline on that. He's just very blue and very sore. So there we go. Greetings and get well soon, you two boys. The Aussies will definitely try to get you guys back for the Lions tour. They need you, man. They need you. And remember, Vic loves the Aussies, eh? There you go. Then, of course, we had sumo. So here we come. Here's the part of the show that everybody can get to laugh at, because Vic is going to make his Japanese pronunciations. So I only do the top 5 rankings. I don't do the whole this. That's Vern's sumo update. So Daisho, he beat Konoyama. So he's 2-0 at the moment. Konoyama goes to 0-2. Then Oho beat Kirashima. Okay, well done to Oho. Onosato, my man, Onosato, he beat Takayasu. So Onosato doing well. We're hoping that he's going to become Yokozuna. Abi lost to Kotosakura. Kotosakura needs to come right. I don't know what's wrong with him at the moment, but he did get the win. And Hoshuru beat Wakamoto Hara, or the Haru. All right, let me say that again. Hoshuru beat Wakamoto Haru. There you go. In the middle is, I think, the way they won the match. So Abe beat Kotosakura with a Hikiotoshi. Whatever that means, Vern will explain that to you. Don't worry. What is coming up in the sumo? Well, today, let's start. Tamawashi will take on Kirashima. Dayashu will take on Wakamoto Hahuru. Wakatakage will take on Kotosura. Onosata will take on Abe, and Hoshuru will take on Oho. So, hey, look. The one to watch is the one at the bottom. Hoshuru and Oho, both 2-0. Onosata, gotta beat Abe, man. Gotta beat Abe. So, that is the wrestling. The fun part of the show is over. Everybody can finish their laughing. Vern's got his smileys out there. But I don't wear a nappy like Vern. That's just the thing. Then a quick update on the URC. That will be our first game of the weekend. That'll be Friday night. The Stormers against the Cardiff Blues. Big game there. The winner will definitely, of that matchup, will take the first spot in the league. So let's hope the Stormers do it. Then, got a shout out to my man, Eben Etzebeth. Get well soon. Big update on Eben. It does look that it's only a contusion, meaning for all you non-doctors out there, because Dr. Vic will tell you what that is. That just means he got the shit knocked out of his knee. It's very blue, it's very red, it hurts a lot, but there's no ligament damage or anything like that. So Eben should be back very soon. But Dr. Vic will update you, don't worry. Savant, doctor, Jesus, what am I all already? Then, of course, the Ice Hockey World Championships is on at the moment, and it's been good if you're Swiss, man. That has been good if you're Swiss. Let me show you those results, man. First start over them. Yesterday, Austria beat Slovakia. Servus to all the Austrian boys. Well done, well done. Austrian ice hockey is starting to move forward. You're still 300 miles behind the Swiss, but you're doing well. Then the Czech Republic thrashed the home team of Denmark 7-2. Then there were some more results. There you go. That's the one you got to see. To all my boys in the US there, hey, the Swiss, we are rolling, my friends. Medals coming up this year. I think we could get the gold medal this year. I'm very, very positive. And then in the battle of the Nordic battle, the battle of Scandinavia, Sweden pipped Finland 2-1. But I watched that game. The Swedes were on the ropes. The Finns were going at them, and should have got the draw at the end and taken to overtime, but the Swedes held on. So let's have a look at those group tables. In Group A, early Sweden ahead of Canada. Canada got a game less. Finland, Slovakia, Latvia, Austria, France, and Slovenia. The Austrians got a very good chance still to make it to the knockout stages. That's the top four make it to the knockout stages. Just want to check the chat because I must probably Vern's going off his rocket again. Bernice, hope you're well. There you go. Good morning. Fantastic. Then, let's get to the important group. Group B, and wow, my Swiss are in a second spot. I haven't lost the game in regular time yet, so it's looking good for the Swiss. The Germans are in third. The Americans are in fourth. Kazakhstan, Norway, Hungary, and Denmark don't look good at the moment. But don't worry. It's a long way to go. That is the ice hockey out the way. Now, what you've all been waiting for, the tables, and a little bit of discussion on what's going on. Let's start with the top of the Premier League. All right, so we know Liverpool are through. It looks like Arsenal, with 2 games to go, are 5 points ahead of Aston Villa, so it's looking good. So I would project Liverpool, Arsenal definitely in the Champions League next year. And then Newcastle, Man City, Chelsea, Aston Villa, and maybe Nottingham Forest. I don't think Nottingham Forest is going to make it. But Aston Villa and Chelsea, they have a problem. They both have to play against United. No, it's not April Fool's Day. That was just the joke of the day. It's 2 wins. Aston Villa and Chelsea, you already can book 2 wins because we don't win in the Premier League. We don't do Premier League anymore. We only do EuroLeague. So let's show you the bottom half of the table. There we know what's happened. Ipswich, Leicester City and Southampton. Auf Wiedersehen, adios, goodbye, ciao. I don't know what the konnichiwa, I don't know what the Japanese word is for goodbye, but you're gone, you're done, and we'll see you maybe in 2 years' time again. Then just quick information on Friday night after the Stormers game. We'll go straight on to Chelsea against Manchester United because it's so exciting to watch Manchester United these days. So join up. Then the top of La Liga. It looks like Barcelona's got it wrapped. Real Madrid will come in second. Atletico Madrid will come in third. And then there are 5 spots for the Champions League. So Athletic Club Bilbao looking very good. It's between Villarreal and Real Betis for that 5th spot. At the bottom of the table in La Liga, Valladolid, Auf Wiedersehen, you are gone. Then we have Las Palmas, Leganes, and Alaves. They are fighting. 2 out of 3 go down out of those. That is your Spanish Liga. Yes, the Spanish League. Then we go, buongiorno tutti, we go to the Italian League, and we start at the top. And there it is, a 1 point difference between the two. Naples and Inter Milano, they got 2 games to go, so that's going to be very exciting to watch. Atalanta have booked their spot in the Champions League for next year, because they are 7 points ahead of Juventus and they cannot be caught anymore. So Juventus, Lazio, Rome, Bologna, maybe Milan and Fiorentina can get into that fight. So they are about 5 guys fighting for the last Champions League spot at the moment that is held by Juventus. Then we look at the bottom of the table. Monza was gone a long time ago. Empoli, Lecce. I'm just joking. I'm just bugging around with Beth. No, I don't bug around with Beth. Sorry about that. But that sounds bad. My wife is there. I'm just joking with Beth. That's a better way of putting it. Venezia. I would even say Parma, Venezia, Lecce, and Empoli. Out of those 4, 2 are going to go down. Then we move to the Bundesliga and Jurgen Klopp's favorite league. Bayern are champions. Leverkusen will finish second. And then we'll see. It's Frankfurt, Freiburg, Dortmund, resurgence from Dortmund. Maybe Mainz and Leipzig can get in there to see who can get those Champions League spots. Bottom of the table in the Bundesliga. Yes, Bochum, auf Wiedersehen. Holstein Kiel, adios, auf Wiedersehen. They are both relegated because there's only 1 game to go. Heidenheim could still get into the into the 4th last spot on Hoffenheim, but the goal difference is -6. So they're going to have to win their game like 3 or 4-0. They're going to have to hope that Hoffenheim win 3 or 4-0. But the good news for Heidenheim is you will most probably finish 16th, but you're not relegated. You will play against the the 3rd team from the 2nd Bundesliga in the playoffs, home and away, to see who stays or goes up. Then, before we move on to the French League, a little bit of darts, Thursday night. Yes, we're back with the darts. It's the 15th and second last night of the darts. Looking forward to that. Let's see if there's any 180s. Most probably going to be a few Verns in there as well. Then we move to the French League, the Baguette League as I call it. Paris Saint-Germain ran away with that 3 years ago. It's like they've been always on top. It's unbelievable. Marseille, Monaco, looking good for that 2nd spot. Or the 3rd spot. In France, the top 3 get an automatic Champions League qualification. The 4th team has to qualify. So at the moment, Nice. Now, can you explain to me why? So, Jim, why is Nice doing so well? That's Ineos, right? That's you. Fucking hell, you need to help Man United do better. But it is a fight between Nice, Lille, Strasbourg, Lyon. They're all fighting for those spots at the bottom of the league. What do we have? Montpellier, they out. They didn't mount a real good campaign. Saint-Etienne, Le Havre, Nantes, and Reims are all fighting not to get relegated. In the French league, it's the same as in the German leagues. The 3rd last team plays against the 3rd from the 2nd division in a playoff bout. We're not quite finished yet. We go to the Fish and Chips League, or what they call the Portuguese League. That's an insider joke if you're a South African. Sporting and Benfica, the 2 Lisbon teams, with 79 points on top. So that's going to be tough. 1 game to go. Porto will most probably finish 3rd. Braga will finish 4th. And the other teams are just playing for the places. Leave it up there. We're at the bottom. Boa Vista seems to be going down with 1 game to go. Yeah, definitely. Faranese, AVS, Estrella, and Gil, they are still fighting for it. Then we go to the Turkish League. The man from the Bosporus. There you go. Good to hear, Lawrence, that Megan's dad and uncle are doing well. So it started for the Turkish League, and that title is done. That title is going to Galatasaray Istanbul, followed by Fenerbahce and Beşiktaş. What has changed? It's always those top 3 from Istanbul on top there. But more interesting is the bottom of the table. Hatayspor going down, and the others are all still fighting for it. Bodrum, Sivasspor, Alanyaspor, all fighting for it. Do I have more leagues? Yes, I do. The last one, last but not least for today, the Dutch League. We're going into the Dutch League, and There it is between Ajax and PSV. Still a tight race. Feyenoord in third, Utrecht in fourth. Where my team? Go Ahead Eagles, seventh, doing well, not in the relegation battle. Bottom of the table, looks like Almara, Valwijk, and Willem II will be going down. So that is the update for today. Woo, I got through it this morning. Thanks for all the votes, for all the likes, all the messages and all the chats. You guys have a wonderful evening, afternoon, and morning wherever you are. I will see you again tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock Central European time. And don't forget, tonight our big rugby update will be coming out. Members will get it 2 hours before everybody else. So check that out, and we will see you again later. Ciao, ciao.